I'm Mark McKenney, and I sit, as some of you know, on the PCL board. But I used to sit on a board that met right here in this building. And as a result of that, I know what the PPL promised. They promised to give the city the branches. And we're simply saying it's time. It's time to do the right thing. Give the city of Providence its libraries.
It's overtime.
We're saying, PPL, what you're doing is wrong. So make it right. And it's sad to me when the PPL, a private library, continues trying to put the squeeze on a city that we all know is in trouble. We're saying, PPL, it's wrong. Make it right. You know, the PPL has the titles to these libraries. I'm a lawyer, so I recognize that that's the legal point that's being made. But this isn't about scoring legal points. This is about doing what's right. PPL, it's wrong. Make it right. PPL has the deeds. But whose money built the neighborhood libraries? The people of Providence, their donations, their tax dollars. PPL, it's wrong. Make it right.
Make it right.
How did we get here? You know, a lot of people say, how did this happen? Well, I look at it because I sat on that board, and I know that they didn't like branches particularly. And they didn't like branches primarily because something came with them, and that was local politicians. And when you talk about closing libraries, local politicians tend to give a little flack. So I listened repeatedly, sitting on the board in this building, I listened repeatedly as my fellow members of that board said, in effect, hey, city, these aren't our branches, take them. They're yours. Of course, after saying the branches belong to you, city, they turned around when the time came, and contrary to the promise that they made, they reneged. I know that because I didn't agree with them at the time. In fact, I fought it, and I said to them we ought to have one system with Central and all the branches. We ought to have one system that works right. But when I questioned them about that, they said, no, we're going to give these to the city. So I say, if it was right then, PPL, it's right now.
Make it right. Make it right. Make it right.
Make it right. Make it right.
Make it right.
Let me ask this. How can the PPL contend that the branches don't belong to the city when for years it's tried to get the city to pay more for operation and upkeep of what it referred to as your branches? The city's branches, its branches. I say, PPL, it's wrong. Make it right.
Make it right. Make it right. Make it right. Make it right.
You know, we're talking about an organization that has forgotten its purpose. There's a charter that this PPL operates under. And in that charter, it says that the library was founded for a particular reason. And I'm quoting, to establish and maintain a public library and such branches thereof as may be advisable, and to establish buildings for the same, to perform and furnish library services. That's pretty simple. But you know, the PPL then decided they wanted to get out of the branch business. That was their choice. So it's entirely in keeping with their original purpose, what is still in their charter, that they give the city of Providence and its people those branches.